Hey guys, hi, we are live again. Day number two, training on sacred space and how crystals are beneficial for meditation today. This class is for everybody, whether you are into crystals or not. This is a great class for everyone who want to learn about how we can enhance the experience of meditation. So, welcome. And here we are. This is Paripatri and Radhika back for this training.
Hello, everyone. It's good to see you all for the second day of our basic crystal basics training. And today it's pretty special because we are going to share about how to create a sacred space in just another 40 minutes, and also how crystals or if crystals are useful for your meditation. So, Paridi, there is something that I've always heard from people. Let me start with this. Do crystals work? And if they work, will they work with me? Am I capable enough to have that crystal? Or are crystals really useful? Or if somebody is okay with crystals, like they have some basic knowledge of crystals, what I feel is that that foundation has not been really solid as to what crystals, the power that crystals hold, and how it is basically useless if we do not understand our own power, which we also covered yesterday a bit. But if we can start with that today before we dive into sacred space, because what I feel is there is no sacred space if we don't understand that we are the ones who are actually sacred here, and we are extending that sacredness to that space or to that crystal or to that pyramid. So can we begin with that today? And I would want you to speak about that actually.
So, how do crystals work? That is a question, right? Well, yes. So, one of the very popular myth about crystals is that crystals are woo woo. There are two belief systems, two groups of people. One is that no matter what, if you have a crystal in here, then I am going to get this done. Like, okay, wow, I have this rock, that I have this magical power with me. I'm like the superhero or superheroine, and so I'm going to go to an astrologer or to a psychic or to a reader and get that crystals, and then things balances in our aura or in our chakras, whatever that you believe, whether you're spiritual or non-spiritual. So that is one
Correct.
belief system, one group of people. And the other group of people is, okay, who believe in science and who believe in science, and who are like the left brains, are more like, okay, you know what, this is and this we see this in lot of shows getting ridiculed also, about how
Correct.
crystals are woo woo. Hey, you know what, this has been in mainstream media, showing ridiculing people who believe in that. The people who are scientific ridicule this kind of people. So there are two different kind of groups. Either you believe this in like, oh, I need this, I have to balance my second chakra, I need my carnelian, or you have this. So for me, contrary to both of those, like what we are trying to explain is completely like groundbreaking and completely shocking to the people, both to the spiritual community and to the non-spiritual community,
Correct.
metaphysical, non-metaphysical. It is like literally we are like breaking and in this shackles, and then shocking people, like what are we saying? So, and that's where people get confused, because you put in these two groups. The truth is, the truth is understanding the real science. When you start understanding the truth, the real science of physics, what is it? Understanding that we are energy beings. We talked about this yesterday, and again, I think I'm glad you asked this question so we can repeat this. If crystals are, it is science. As teleportation is science, time travel is science, telepathy is science. All of these esoteric things that we think, pyramids are science, meditation is science. So all of this is science, and there is you know the you have they work on the consciousness. level units. They work on the subtle energy levels, where you need to be first as a scientist, be open minded, and we have very great scientists who worked on this.
Correct.
Nikola Tesla, he already told us that if you want to know the secrets of universe, think in terms of frequency, vibration, and energy. He told us
Yes.
back in 1900s, and we are still
Correct.
not able to catch up with that statement of his.
Yeah.
We have great scientists who actually worked on this: Einstein, Nikola Tesla, Patrick Flanagan, Nassim Haramein. So many names of today, even today ages, scientists who know this stuff, because even the
Yeah.
modern medicine was was understood based on dead bodies where there is no consciousness
Correct.
there. So it
Yes.
worked on dead bodies, and that's how they learned and built the Western science. So although our ancient medicine, what is it? Ayurveda, the Chinese medicine, all of that part comes from our ancient wisdom, from so long, and all of that works on consciousness, works on your breath. Yoga is all about your breath. It's everything is based on, even the Ayurveda, the kapha, all that three things that you
Correct.
have is based on your flow of energy, how it flows. So oh, from the ancient times, they always knew that your prana, your breath is the key to understanding the health of your system,
Correct.
whether it is physical, mental, or emotional. But as we come to Western medicine, that prana quotient is not ever considered. And
Correct.
that is why, of course, your body is chemical based, and you are altering the chemicals here, and you may feel good, but how is it really working on the deeper blueprint level, your DNA level, your information, your programming, is the question, is where we are struggling. So if we have the ability to change that programming, change that frequency, we have that power, and that is why we say we have the power to heal ourselves. We have that power, but we have given away that power, saying that this will not work. So the crystals, now going back to the question, crystals are signs. They will work whether you believe in it or not. But so it's like light. If I bring a light, it's going to light the whole place. But if I have a reading light here, like this is like a specific crystal being programmed. So now I have programmed this light to shine the light in this direction. And that's what a programming does. When we program a crystal, it emanates that light, that information, that frequency into a specific direction, which is more enhanced for your intention. So, um, that's why we said crystals are used in our modern day technology. We don't believe in it, it just works. We are not believing in it works. I don't believe in light, it just works in the same way. And for the other community who says, oh, I need my tiger's eye for my confidence. Where is my tiger's eye? I don't know where that went. Tiger's eye for my confidence. And if I don't have it, I cannot do this presentation. Or I need my tourmaline. Oh my gosh, black tourmaline. I have to be protected. I have to be secured. And this is craziness, because you are again giving away power to those rocks which are outside of you. The total power is within you. You are the powerful creator, and these are just tools or friends that support your journey, support your intentions. So
Correct.
so even if I get a crystal, even diamond is a crystal. So if I get a diamond, and it tells me like, oh, if you wear this diamond, your relationship will be great. Of course, rose quartz is known for relationships. If rose quartz, if I bring for relationships, it emanates that subtle energy. But your thinking your thinking has to be in tune with that resonance. It's frequency thing. If your thinking is in this frequency and rose quartz is in this frequency, and there is a big gap here, you're not really utilizing the power of the crystal. Maybe it's a placebo effect. You know what a placebo is, right? Placebo is,
Yes,
it's sometimes it can be a placebo. You think that rock is working, but really it's your placebo effect that is happening, not the rock's
correct,
effect.
correct,
So that can be the when you're not in resonance, and you're just with a mindset of disastrous or negative thinking, and you're working with the stone. There absolutely there's no resonance, and if it is working, it's your placebo. So lot of this, if you want really really efficient results, you have to bring yourself in resonance with that of crystal, with that of pyramid, with that of every high vibe people. Even if I have a Buddha next to me, if I'm involved in, okay, what are the deals today, what coupons are there, and I have a Buddha sitting next door, I'm not worried about Buddha, I'm looking into my deal. So here the thinking, if I'm not in a level of consciousness to understand that there is a Buddha sitting next to me and take the advantage of that, what is the point? It's the same thing. It is the exact same thing. When Patriji was there, how many people wanted to learn from him? He had to go everywhere. But once he's gone, then when you know about when you get into that frequency zone, then you're like, oh my gosh, I wish he was there. When he was there, nobody cared about, people didn't go. He was going everywhere. In the same way, even right now, if Buddha comes, Krishna comes, Jesus comes, how many of us are going to acknowledge that he can be the next, the salesperson in a car shop, he can be a vendor on the street? Are we being kind to that person? Are we being respecting that person? So this is all small things that we are talking, but makes a big think about how we perceive, how our energy and consciousness is. So I know, so the story is long, but seriously, this is where we are. So now we need to work on our consciousness, our energy, rising that frequency of our own, so that we really get in alignment with our purpose, we get in alignment with who we are, and in resonance with that high vibrational people. So we are there for the big stuff. This
correct,
class is for all those people who are ready to get in alignment, truly. Not this is not for normal people who want to go and buy coupons and think about weekend parties, what you're going to do. No, this is if you or get rich scheme. If we are not going to suggest any damn crystal here for anything, this is not this class is about. So I have to be we have to be really honest. And if you want to raise your consciousness, if you want to really get the wisdom and work on it, then this is the place for you. That is who we want to connect with. Even
correct.
for signing up, it's not for every, like, I would actually not put sign up on my website just to enroll. I would actually interview you and then sign up if you truly want to get into this class, because this is a very sacred space. And that is the topic today, is creating that sacred space. And that is our intention. I and Radhika, the whole team's intention is to create sacred space for you to grow on, for you to get into the space where you are here, where you are seeking, truly seeking. It is not about the money, it is not about anything. It is you achieving the results in your life, you getting where you want to be, and we are here to support that intention. So it is beyond a crystal class. What this is priceless. In my mind, it is priceless.
Correct. And as you spoke, I mean, I was wrapped in attention because I think I ditto everything that you said. I'm plus one on it because I think because I am plus one, I'm right here with you talking about the same thing. You have to be in alignment somewhere to do something, to create something together. And on one thing I want to really add on, when you said about the prana bit, wherein we might be very dependent on the allopathy, as we were talking about the dependency as to if we need to depend on crystals for that matter. I want to just recall a very very small incident when I joined PSSM, and I am bringing in PSSM here because without it there is no crystals for me. So when I joined in PSSM, the first thing that I got to learn from sir, amid many new things, one of the first few things was to have no medicine or no doctor. and wherein what he was trying to say is, don't go die if something major or serious is there, but at least try to be with your body, be with your mind, see how you can heal it yourself. And trust me, Padidi, someone who I used to be a very sick child. In, I my immunity used to be very, very low when I was a little kid. And over time I built so much strength, because I used to feel so bullied all the time, because I used to miss a lot of school. I couldn't attend because of my health. A lot of things used to happen as when I was a kid. I built so much immunity that, even small things stopped affecting me. But however, I had to pop a lot of pills to keep myself going so that I can be that strong person. Wherein, in 5 years I actually just let go of the medicines, when I entered into PSSM. And even then, and now I know, when I was popping those pills, it was the placebo effect. When I came into PSSM, it was the placebo effect, wherein my intention was so strong that my body is capable to heal itself, that, it just started healing without the medicines. And I think that is wherein I was also extending that sacredness of me being healthy to whatever was working for me around me. So I think that is exactly what we're here to talk today about, extending that sacredness to that sacred space. And before we delve in, Pari, do you want me to share the screen for the sacred space today, or would you do that?
Yeah, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah,
No worries. First, let's talk about creating sacred. What is sacred space? Why
correct.
we need to create that? Okay, so today's topic is creating sacred space. So one of the thing that we need is the place that we are at, our home, which is our safe place, which is our happy place, and we are more true, like authentic in when we consider something as safe. We are ourselves, we are not putting a mask, or we just free, unguarded, sitting at home. And then in that space, when you have for work, we have a dedicated workspace, and when you see that space, you are like more in working. Like, for example, if you see your bed, you are like more sleepy, or you're more in a relaxed position. If you're on the couch in the living area, so every area has been designed for a certain purpose. For a kitchen is for a certain purpose, dining area is for a certain purpose. So when you are there, you create that kind of energies, and creating sacred space for your own self growth, for your own self, whether it is for meditation, whether it is for contemplation, or your journal writing, whatever that is. Creating a sacred space absolutely enhances the experience, because when you are there, like example, going to a temple, when you go to a temple or a church or a masjid, you go there with an intention to surrender, you go there with an intention of having positive thoughts. You are there talking, so when you are continuously doing that, so many of you create a certain kind of vibration. So people who do not believe in that also, when they go to a temple, they're like, oh, it feels good here, it feels calm here, because we have created that kind of environment through our thoughts, through our
Correct.
emotions, to what we feel there. So when you create a sacred space, so I would say most of you guys have, maybe have a space. If you're from India, maybe have a space for your puja or whatever it is, for as a worshipping thing. It is time to create a sacred space, an altar space for your internal retrospect, to contemplation, or for meditation. Meditation is absolutely must have. And it doesn't have to be complicated, it doesn't have to be like a whole big room or something. It can be a corner in a room, just one drawer, maybe in your, if you are sharing with roommates, maybe just one drawer, in some space in your closet. It doesn't have to be elaborate. Or if you can afford to have a whole room for your sacred space, go ahead. Or if you can build a sacred space like a pyramid for everybody to come join, that is even better. So so sacred space in my mind is one of the most important thing. Like, even when I move, even when I'm moving, like, right now I moved and I don't have all my great stuff to set up completely. So even just an incense and some, to couple of crystals and just putting, me meditating in that space is my secret space. So especially when I go to hotels or stay at a hotel, oh my gosh, I take my own bag of creating that space, like making sure, because when you stay in a hotel there is so much of energies there, on the bed, in the room. So for me it is very highly important to clear the space whenever, wherever I go, and clear the attachments before when I step in. So that's something that I do, and it's important for me. And you can see the change, or you can see the difference. You feel the difference when you create a secret space and when you meditate there, when you journal there. It is much more focused. Your thoughts are more focused than scattered. Like, you're not here there, you get into that zone, connecting to your heart much faster when you are in that space. So I highly recommend to create a sacred space in your home, in your workplace, wherever you spend most time. Create that space and see the difference. So yeah, that is for me the need, like why we need sacred space.
Correct. And to add on to what you just said, for me, sacred space has always been an extension of myself. So what Pari was saying is actually very. If you see it in a scientific way, there is a huge lot of science. When you create a sacred space, what is happening right then is your brain is actually accepting that space to be your own personal divine area where you extend your esotericism, your spirituality, or you know a lot of times we think that religion and spirituality do not go hand in hand, wherein they do not on lot of terms, wherein the human brain comes in and they start dissecting religion in terms of caste, creed, sex, or whatever, there where their spirituality and religion do not marry. But the actual basic foundation of religion has always been spirituality, where the God has always been one, and we've been told that we are that, Aham Brahmasmi. So that sacred space is your Aham Brahmasmi. You are actually putting in that small bits of you on there, like whatever, like how she said, it doesn't have to be elaborate. It can be a small corner in your room, one drawer, or maybe, a small corner in your almirah wherein you are not maybe very okay with showing everybody your sacred space. You can create it anywhere. It can be one crystal in one corner of your on in your cupboard, and you can just be opening it every day and seeing. The whole idea of having a sacred space is when you go there, when you sit there, or when you see that place, not only you are at peace, but your whole vibration shifts from anxiety to calmness, from stress to a place of love. If there is fear, you actually transmute it and you get that confidence just by looking at it. And why? Because you created that space. You were the person putting in that energy there in bits and pieces. And maybe you're putting in a, like, for me I have a small like a bedside table kind of furniture which I got for myself because I really really loved it. It was very beautiful. I got it. I put in some crystals. I made a crystal grid there, which is permanently there. I just keep charging it. I put in incense stick every day almost, or every alternate day. I do smudging of my house. Which is, by the way, smudging your house is also creating a sacred. Your whole house is your sacred space, guys. Your body is a sacred space. And I think every day when you're bathing, you're actually also cleansing yourself, right? So similarly, smudging or putting incense in your sacred corner or your whole house actually creates a very very beautiful vibration. How Pari talked about the temple bit, which is very actually a very intelligent example. Why? Because everyone goes there thinking that I am going to have a very beautiful experience there. Because it is a collective vibration, the whole place becomes so pious that when you enter, you already are going in a state of calm because it's a collective thing. And that is where I'm no, I'm jumping topics here, but that is where the collective consciousness also comes in. That is where group consciousness also comes in. So imagine that sacred space is actually your entire nervous collective consciousness coming into one whole bit. it's so huge if you see it in that way, that your mind will be blown. Okay, I haven't seen sacred space in this way before. So what do you say, Pari, about this bit?
Absolutely, it is a sacred space creates scientifically more negative ions, which is we need more negative ions because right now we are living in, if we are living in an apartment in a closed space where there's a lot of technology, a lot of radiation, you're living in a lot of positive ions, which is not good for us. And depression, anxiety, all of this causes that we are living in that. So we need to bring more things into our environment that create more negative ions. And like crystals, like pyramids, like Himalayan lamps, like plants, real plants, bringing into a space, like maybe like a waterfall, like that water element into the houses. When we bring all these elements, it creates more of that positive vibe. Just bringing, for example, plant into the home, a live plant changes the whole energy of the house. And even beings are, these crystals are live beings. So when you bring them into your home, it changes, it shifts your energy. And also crystals have group consciousness, by the way. This carnelian connects to a group energy. It has an overself as well. I know this is like kind of going out of scope here for this live, but it has group energy, and maybe one day we'll do a live on that. So it's really, absolutely, it works on your subconscious mind perception filters. So they slowly, yesterday we talked about it, remember? We talked about the entrainment, how crystals work. If you haven't watched yesterday, go and watch the video, because we talked a lot about the science. So this, as you bring this in your environment, slowly it starts entraining your perception filters, and the way you think, the way you perceive starts shifting magically, like with time. And it's happened so gradually that you don't even realize. And this is this is a true power of bringing that high vibrational things into your life, into your environment. So I am a total subscriber to this all ideas of elevating our space, elevating our, because space where we live is the extension of who we are. Creating a sacred space is extremely important, to clear out the clutter. First thing is, of course, clear out the clutter. Okay, take out all the clutter in your house when you are creating a sacred space. Throw out all the clothes that you don't use, throw out all the papers that are lying down, clear up your space, create a nice, get some sunlight, clean your space physically, vacuum it or whatever, get some sunlight. And then you pick up, I'm telling you the process of how to create a sacred space. And then pick up a spot, where do you want to have that space, a corner or a room. And then bring slowly elements. You don't have to go crazy the first time, just sense in it, go with it. Bring, first thing is, for sure, bring a plant. Okay, bring a plant. And then bring um the elements. What crystals, what, first understand, get clarity, what is your intention, what are you working for. Then align the elements, this is called vibrational layering. Then align the elements to support your intention, to create that space. This is the most effective way of manifestation. Like, you just don't go crazy and get everything, and then, okay, now I don't know what to do. I mean, like, so confusion. And no, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about a very organized, very planned
Correct.
creations of you, of what you're gonna create. So yeah, I see the question. Trock says stibnite has been a major jumper for Incredible. Stibnite is a very powerful stone. It works great
Very.
with moldavite. In fact, I worked a lot with that. Yes, stibnite works with a lot of dark underworld energy also. So you gotta be very mindful about what your intentions are. So this is where having clarity is extremely important. um so you connecting to that stone, and when you call upon that energies, you need to be clear about what you are looking for. Right now, in the time that we are at, things are manifesting much faster than before. Thoughts, because we are entering the 4D, 5D, when thoughts are becoming things faster. So at this time, and that is why there's so much confusion around, so much chaos around, because they are doing that. So when you are working with these advanced crystals, stibnite is, in my mind, is an advanced crystal. When you work with these crystals, you got to be very mindful about clarity about what you want in your life and your mindset and your forethinking. Are you in disastrous, negative, or positive, or miraculous? Which mindset is yours? If you're in negative mindset and working with these things, or if you're not, if you're in a lower level, so it's so much in there that you to be mindful about. But I'm glad, Rox, that you're working with it. Get moldavite, it's absolutely a killer combination. So there are a lot of combinations as well, like a stone combinations. When you bring two three stones that work with each other, that those are friends, and you get them together, you get very very high results. um Simran says, and guys, yeah, put your questions here because we are here to answer. We have few minutes more, so we can answer your questions. How can crystals help in spiritual growth? Absolutely. Everything spiritual growth, as we said, it helps you connect with other divine masters, you to channel informations, to channel messages, to connect, to for dreaming, lucid dreaming, for meditation, for healing, for channeling, for what else, for crossing dimensions, for activating third eye. Absolutely, in every way crystals are great help. But but again, remember, don't get too crazy. If you're a beginner, don't be like, I need every crystal now, whatever Pari and Radhika saying, whatever you're reading on the internet, I need this crystal. No, go slow, understand it, get to first know how to work with them, and then educate yourself, because there's a lot of misinformation out there. And that is why it's important to understand first is your power, meditation, and the things. And of course, for any spiritual growth or any growth, first thing is meditation. Without meditation, none of, again, as I said again and again, your resonance, your consciousness, your energy matters in this. It's a key thing to work with crystals. So
And
yeah.
Paridi, I just want to add something to this. When you said that there is so much information on the internet, but I also want to, sorry, so there is so much misinformation on the internet. So there is also over information on the internet. And
Yeah.
so much so that it can create a anxiety response from people because people don't know what to follow and what not to follow. Sometimes it becomes so hard because there is so much out there. Your head buzzes and you want to just take in everything. Understand, social media is the biggest cause of anxiety on earth right now. So even when it is a boon, it is also the biggest curse. So where is the balance in here? The balance is you start reading, you start researching, because trust me, whatever information is going on the internet, it's actually coming from a lot of authors who had a lot of you know intuitive channeling, or they research, they studied crystals. It's years and years of practice, years and years of research that went down, which is coming on internet right now. And mostly people who are great authors, like who are writing about it, they make sure that they also go back to the source and source it to which author wrote what, or what books have been a guiding light in their journey. So go back to those books and read. Do not just read that one single line on Instagram. Oh, okay, this crystal does this. Oh, Radhika said, rose quartz bring lots of love. I will get the whole bunch of rose quartz, fill my whole room with rose quartz, so my relationship with my husband is like beautiful. It doesn't work that way, guys. Hoarding never helps. Pari said such a beautiful thing. Please, please, please have your own discretion. You don't use your common sense. Do a lot of research. Know before you use it. It's very, very important. And Paridi wanted to add something to this, I think.
No, I just wanted to say the course that we have created is a culmination of all the research that has been
Yes.
the quantum crystal practitioner course, which is going to be beginning on April 12th. Also, I'll put the link here so you can go check it out. It's starting on April 12th, which is where we have collected and researched. It is a work of years, guys. The amount, because this is where I put personally so much amount in understanding and learning the science, how it works from great masters, great authors, so that you get the real information. And when you study about it, when you know about it, you are more confident about working with it. You are confident about how to utilize it in your everyday. And the end game for me, or for this course, for us, is you it's just not that you are right now, you're hearing us, you're getting motivated, and then you buy crystal, use this, and then after 10 days, after the course is done, you forget about it, you go with the life. No, that is not what we want. We want to create a lifestyle shift for you, elevate your lifestyle standards. Okay. What I want to offer you is not a just a course. I want to offer you a lifestyle shift. Upgrade your lifestyle, upgrade your
Correct.
mindset, upgrade your standards. That is what I want to offer you. So think about what you will get is a complete shift, a makeover in your lifestyle. Every student of ours has vouched on this, that there is a shift. Like what you are, what is your life before and what is your life after is much richer. And this is not something that I'm saying just to for this course or anything, just in general. Like I don't, you, if you know something, and if you and how you implement in your everyday life. Because at the end of the day, you want to be the best version, not for yourself and for your family, for your community, for everybody around you. And how would you be the best version then? You have to be in your highest energy point frequency so you can serve. The end, again, the end is how can I serve, how can I give
Correct.
to others. That is
True.
the whole point of what we are doing.
Yes.
We are earning money, we are cooking, we are doing everything. But at the
Yeah.
end of the day, if we cannot give something to others, we cannot serve others, either to our family or to community, then what is the point? There's no point. So
Correct.
if you have to serve, you need to first take care of your own self, elevate yourself, and then do the serving. And that is why I am so focused. That is my mission. My end game is not to sell a crystal course. My end game is you to shift your lifestyle to be able to serve others, to be able to live your purpose. To service is the highest um, energy point or a place of dharma, of yoga. So if you're not doing that, you're just so this course is not inwards. It's not about, when I say inwards, not about thinking about yourself, my goals, my manifestation, my house, my finances. If that is your thinking, then maybe we are still not in alignment. Our goals must be much bigger. We must dream big to serve. How can I serve? That has to be the key thinking. How can I serve? What can I do? And then you put invest yourself to be able to get to that point to serve others. So that is where that is what I am here, that is what I am teaching, that is what this course is about. So
Correct.
I encourage highest dreams, highest goals that are in alignment with the universal purpose, not with an individual purpose. If you want to manifest $10,000 and you're looking for an abundance course, maybe this is not the course for you. I want people to come here with big goals, where you want to serve, where you want to align with the purpose, where you want to know more of the physics, of the science, of how this all, and this is an entryway into spiritual science. So much information has been put into this, will blow your mind. Like you, after this course, you will no longer be the same person anymore. You will start getting in alignment with your purpose. You will start awakening within so many portals that you don't even know that existed within you. So many
Correct.
possibilities, opportunities will start showing up in your life. And this is for sure will happen, and I absolutely can vouch for it. When you start entering into this course with the mindset, with what I said, with love consciousness, not with fear. Oh my god, so much money I cannot pay. If you come with that kind of mindset, it's not going to work for you. So don't even invest in this. Don't even come near.
Yeah, because I think you've put it so beautifully. I was just smiling like from cheek to cheek, and I really want to say this, guys. I take pride in what we have created, what Pari and I have created, and why I take pride in it. I do not say it with ego. I am saying this with lot of love. As she said about service, to bring this service, we put in a lot of efforts in this. The amount of research, and I want to keep saying this, the amount of research that has gone into this course, the amount of hard work that has gone into the course, the amount of collection of resources, the amount of years of studies that have got into this course, you will not get it on the internet. You're not getting it on the internet. And to get to the different aspects, yes, you can read books, but to get that kind of guidance as to where we are coming from, as to where the elements that Pari share, or where the elements that I share, like how Pari said, she is all about that science, that and making you understand how it happens, and I am all about that channeled message that is coming in, which is which keeps adding on, as the course starts, as the year begins. That is not something you're going to get on Google. So this course is a wholesome shift. And as she said, if you're trying to manifest something for yourself personally, do not come for this course. But with whatever you have it in you, and you're coming in this, that is a byproduct of it. You will manifest those $10,000. You will manifest that house, because you're coming from the place of love, you're coming from the place of manifestation, and that is how it happens. And this is also creating a sacred space for you, because that whole group is a sacred space. This is a sacred space. Just because we are online doesn't mean, how much energy we are exchanging right now, what we are putting in out there. Do you think Pari was just speaking? When she was speaking, you would see her eyes, you would see my eyes. That light in our eyes is the sacred space that we are creating. And I'm talking very high level right now, guys. Do crystals work with meditation? Absolutely. If you have head and brains here, it does work. Otherwise, we won't be here and talking to you about this. We won't be here talking about all that we talked about. Crystals do work. Crystals are working even if you recognize them or do not recognize them. You have to bring yourself to that level that you can hold that crystal in your hand. Do you really think you are ready for a crystal? Do you really think you can get that crystal in your house? Yes, you are. But where is the alignment? Where is that love within? Where is that passion to behold yourself in all that sacredness and create that mindset that, yes, I can absolutely. I'm wearing crystal jewelry today. I'm very proud that I own this. I'm very proud that I can afford this. Why? Because I made a decision. I took a decision that I can. Because there was also a lot of service based thinking. When people see this, they will come ask me, okay, what is this? And I will tell them, crystals are so great, because I want to give back to Mama Earth. I want to tell people how beautiful she is, how abundant she is, and we do not have to rip her apart. Service comes in a lot of ways. So again, I want to go back. When you come for this course, what Pari is trying to say, and she said this very, very bluntly yesterday also, 20% of all our earnings goes to PSSM. For you, you would think, okay, what charity PSSM is doing? You do not even know what PSSM is doing, guys. Every day, one person calls me and says, Radhika, meditation has changed my life. It has brought me out from my anxiety, out from my depression. My relationships are great. Pari is getting one or the other message every day like that. The PCS, the Pyramid Call Center, or the Pyramid Call Services, they are getting such calls, or people are coming, we heard so and so about you, that, it helped them so and so way. Can we come here? Can we come to the pyramid? सिर्फ हॉस्पिटल बनाने से या अनाथ आश्रम में पैसे, तो दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, यस. सिर्फ उसमें चैरिटी करना चैरिटी नहीं होती है. The end goal for us is to turn those places also into such high vibe places that people are not ever in the fear based consciousness. They come to a place of love. And I might have said some very, very very hitting things right now, and you would be thinking, it's very easy to speak all of this, it's not very easy to do. I am doing it in real time, guys, every day. Yesterday, and I want to share this with, I had such a huge anxiety attack the whole day. I was not able to stabilize myself. It was like, where do I run? Do I rip out my clothes? Do I rip out my hair? It was such a bad, I was such in a bad condition. It's like I was all good. I did that live, and 1 hour after, I was just not able to stand up. I had no idea what was happening. I was like, Radhika, what is happening? You are that sacred person. You have everything. You have everything at your disposal. And yesterday, I realized something. Yes, we have everything at our disposal, but are we really accepting it within us? Through the night, I took so much time to process. I sat with myself. I went out to meet my friend. I came back home, and in meanwhile, I just kept processing wherein I'm lacking. And that time there was like, maybe there was some thought that triggered that, I am not looking good, or I have to start working out, my body is this and that, and it is what triggered that whole anxiety shit. Sacredness comes from within. Crystal or no crystal, if you're not aligned here, nothing is going to work for you. It is not going to work. And that is what exactly Pari meant by saying, come from a place of love consciousness. Because when you start loving yourself, when you start coming from the place of service, of the highest service self, that I want to serve and so, I want to serve myself also, I want to serve the earth, I want to serve other people. That is where the whole change happens. And Paridhi, Jay has asked a very good question. I want to cater to that question. He says, hello Paridhi, hi Radhika. I want to ask, are these crystals the same thing as astrologers suggest, or they keep talking about that, it's important to wear the stone or something, if it's really there. If sometimes it happens when people are in problematic situations, they go to astrologers and they suggest stone. um, what do you want to share about this particular aspect, Paridhi?
I think we already talked about this, that if you are not in resonance with that crystal, so first you need to work on meditation. If that person doesn't know meditation, the first thing is not giving a stone will not work. The first thing is teaching them meditation. That is the foundation. Once you teach meditation, the person will automatically choose a crystal for himself. You don't need even go to an astrologer to get a crystal. You will know it. So the answer, that is why the answer is always first meditation, then any other, then everything. So I think we already talked about this.
Correct. Correct. And again, there is a lot of placebo effect here also for them, because they believe the astrologer told them that this will work, it works. But again, imagine if they knew the potency of that particular crystal or stone, if they knew how to work with it, imagine the amount of effect it will have on them. If they can create a placebo effect just because of astrologer, if they had knowledge, imagine to what level it can work. And I think we have already come to the top of the
Exactly.
hour.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we just have few minutes, and before we end, I'm going to show you few sacred spaces created by our students, which are absolutely amazing. And so if you decide now, you will be part of that group, and within 8 weeks you will be starting to create your own creations, and I'm going to show you that. Just hang on with me. So I'm going to start present. Let's see. Share screen. Okay, let's see if I can share. Okay, can you see or no?
No, the shared screen is not visible right now.
Okay.
I've already changed the screen layout. It should be visible.
Okay, I think I have some settings problems. Can you share? Is your window open? I'll send you the
Yeah,
link.
it's not open, but I'll just take.
No, I'll send you the link. Open it.
Yeah.
So, guys, again, April 12th is the thing starting. So, if you, again, as I said yesterday, do not wait for the last day to sign up. Sign up now so we can get started. We can get you in the system, get you all the access that you need, get ready for the April course, and also share the. Tomorrow, we'll talk about all the topics that we will be covering in the class, in the course, all the different topics. Okay, so here we are showing you our amazing creation. So this is a crystal candle created by our student Tejal from Bombay. She is now she started her own business actually now, doing this amazing creations. Absolutely beautiful. So next, so I'm going to give credit to all these wonderful people who have done this. Next one.
Yeah, it's not moving. Just a moment. Some internet issues happening right now.
Yeah. So he sent all these videos to show us how and this is our dear student Jyoti who
Okay,
has
this is
created a relaxing zone. And this is again, she created a water, crystal and pyramid charged water. And she is drinking that. So this is pretty amazing. Next. Again, this is she
this
created a
is
safe.
sacred space.
Yeah, isn't that beautiful? And it's just so simple. It's just, a drawer. As I said, this is a drawer. And she has put all her crystals there. Next.
This is another Jyoti who has created this in her drawer. That the other one
We
was
just
basket. This one is the drawer thing.
uh-huh. Yeah, we just saw this. Okay, this is a video. Now go
Okay,
ahead.
this is
So we do a lot of private videos as
we have.
well. Next one. And this is from Jyoti, another Jyoti. We have a lot of Jyotis, who created her own sacred space. Again, this is beautiful. See, she got a plant there. It's outdoor. She got nice mandala there. So a lot of it's just very simple, but it's creating her own sacred space for meditation. She did that in her balcony. Okay, next. So when you get
Okay,
inside, you get access to a lot of trainings, lot of it's really amazing. Next.
stop sharing now
Okay.
for a moment, and I'll share in few
It's
moments. I'll go to the exact picture so that we don't have to see these videos.
it's okay. You know what? We'll show them tomorrow. Radhika,
Yeah.
it's fine. I think we just have 4 minutes, so we can do it all right now.
Yes. Yes.
Uh, so
Yes.
tomorrow,
Correct.
guys,
Correct.
we will meet again at the same time, 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 9 a.m. Indian Standard Time. And of course, this course is um, not intended for India right now. This course is mostly intended for US, California, and Europe crowd. Because that is the timings that we will be doing. So if you're from India, then you may have to let us know if you're interested. Maybe when we open it for India, you can join in. And if you want to just join in right now, go ahead and do it. So yeah, guys, so again, this is it. April 12th the course begins. So I am super excited, Radhika is excited. We are getting a lot of new stuff into this, and all our students are also excited because they get to access this year's without with their current membership. So it's pretty awesome. So stay tuned. Come back tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to talk about manifestation, abundance and manifestation. So a lot of fun stuff coming up. Stay tuned and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, and before we go, tomorrow is Basics 103. Tomorrow we are going to be talking about manifestation and abundance. A lot of myth breaking happening, and that is basically Pari's forte. So do not miss tomorrow's live. We're going to get some amazing nuggets on this. tomorrow is the last day for the live, the 3 day live that we scheduled for you guys. So one person, by the way, has already committed to joining from India, and I'm waiting for more people. If you're committed, you can join. There is no hard and fast that you can't join. It is, yes, intended for the US crowd, but if you're really, really focused, you're more than welcome to join us. It's just that your commitment is required, because it'll be like our early morning when we'll be having these classes. So for more juicy details, stay tuned, and let's see you guys tomorrow. And with that, a, a lot of hug, lot of love, and bye bye. See you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.